Hey guys, so I am back from Anime Expo, and my gosh, unfortunately, during the time there, as much fun I was having, we did miss the release of the Season 3 trailer. Now, the bright side is that this trailer didn't really show all that much new that we didn't know about the game going into this, but it did give us some more detail about solo raids, which is what I wanted to talk about today. I only briefly looked over this little part right here, so this is kind of like a first-ish view and like kind of deep dive. So let's just hop into it and take a look, and I'm going to share my thoughts. So it looks like we're starting off here with a gunlancer, and he is doing a con. Actually, let me turn this down a little bit so it's not as loud for you guys. So he has showcased the first thing, the arc passive, where he just, dashes forward. Yeah, dashes forward instead of backwards, which is cool, right? So his shield is red. I wonder if that's also arc passive as well. But it's not really what this is about. This is about solo raids. So looks like he's challenging the Makan Gate 1 by himself. Now this is Striker. And interesting enough, he is doing this Vaulton kind of arena mech, right? Which is, I think, is kind of really cool and interesting because it's really helping players learn what to do in these fights. But at the same time, I am wondering if it's going to be too, I guess, linear. Because these days, people do these raids a little bit different. But I guess Vaulton doesn't really matter too much. So here's what it is. Ooh, lightning kick. Ooh, what is this? So he countered the boss. And it looks like, I don't know if that's a debuff or something like that. That's like this. Like in front of it, or is that just what happens when you counter it? But it's like super slow-mo afterwards. I wonder if that's one of the buffs that you can select from like the little menu that they showed about like how entropy can like be like hitmaster and supports do more damage and stuff like that. Because it looks like it's not just like dramatic effect. He's actually attacking the boss at full speed, as you can see right here, right? He's attacking at full speed. So that makes me believe that maybe it's some sort of like special buff or something like that that you get from the menu before they can select, or maybe it's just like a thing where if you counter a boss, it just slows down so you could like position better. I don't know. So this is Clown Maze. Wait a second. What happened there? Why did he like disappear? Oh, I think I see it now. Okay, hold up. So he gets this, right? So he gets diamond, and he does it himself, and he goes to diamond. I see. So you are both the observer and the person who's going to the right spots. Got it. I mean, it's not exactly a one-to-one per se, so it doesn't really teach you how to do it in many ways, right? Because like if you're the one who's looking around, you don't like the one who's in the middle, right? You're not the one controlling it, and you need to direct people to the right spot. And if you're the one who's doing the shapes, you don't really get this view. I mean, I guess it kind of helps, but also these days everybody skips this phase anyways for anybody who's doing clown. So I mean, here's what it is. Guess it is helpful. And oh, okay, so this is interesting. So you have little dummies that are doing this mech for you. So it teaches you like, hey, you need to stand in this spot to intercept this beam to send it out. And then everybody else needs to stand and intercept the beam themselves. And I'm interested in seeing like if players, like if you're brand new, right, and doing this blind, will you know that you need to shoot this beam to the center? I wonder if it's going to have some guidance for that, or if it's just going to, be blind for you. Because I don't think that as a brand new player, the first time doing this, if you're not getting any guides, you're going to know that you need to shoot this into the boss. Like maybe you want to, you'll be like, oh, I'm going to shoot it back into the player to make a shape, right? So I'm wondering if there's going to be any sort of guidance there. But I do like this, how like, how like at first we were wondering if we were going to have a situation where we can have bots that are going to be doing the mechs with us, or if it's going to be completely solo. Well, we found out it's going to be completely solo. And this is a way for us to learn the mechanics while being solo, which is great. And they're not like dumbing down the mechanics either. It seems like the mechanics are all like basically the same as though you were doing it in a group. Yep, and this is like this too. So I guess what ended up happening was this guy broke, like quote unquote, right? The AI or whatever broke the star in the middle. So you need to figure out like, hey, I need to kill two shapes to be here. Kind of sucks because like it doesn't include the whole thing. So I guess in some cases you can't really have the whole thing. Or maybe it's like a random thing where sometimes you get diamond, sometimes you get square, like the middle person, and then you have to go find the correct shape or something. But also, like the hardest part about this is doing technically the hardest part, right? The quote unquote hardest part is going to the middle and figuring out which color you need to break, like red, blue, or yellow. So this doesn't really necessarily teach you that part. Maybe, hopefully, it'll kind of be RNG which one you get. For example, like, you know, sometimes you get the square, sometimes you get the diamond, sometimes you get the stars in the middle. Because if it doesn't do that, then it's gonna be not super useful, right? So I don't know. Still pretty cool that they're doing it like this, though. I do appreciate that they're kind of doing basically the full thing. With this one, I don't know if it's gonna be the full thing, but some of the other ones are. Okay. And then you have this Brel Gate 4. Here's another thing I'm thinking about, right? Are they gonna make you guys do like? Are they gonna make us use sidereal? Because sidereal is something I think everybody should learn. So hopefully they do let us do sidereals in here and teach us the right timing. But at the same time, I really wonder if like they're gonna, I don't know, because like in some cases, like for example, Brelgate 1, these days we're doing Balthor for like the stagger, right? Instead of like doing the stagger and doing the mech. So it's like if you do it the standard way, like which is what they're probably gonna do normally, in these solo raids, you're gonna go out into regular Brel with a group, and you're like, huh, what's this Balthor thing here? So I wonder how they're gonna deal with that. I mean, it's still like better than like not being able to do it at all, but I wonder if there's gonna be a case where you're just gonna be taught the wrong thing, and people are gonna be annoyed at you for not knowing. Okay, so he gets knocked in here. The balls look pretty slow, to be honest. Like, the balls traveling, these balls, right? So, perhaps he did pop Shandi already. But I wonder how this is going to work, because you're not going to be able to cover the whole entire map, right? You technically always need two people for this, because you need one person inside, one person outside. So, I wonder how they're going to deal with that. Okay, so it looks like that is the end of the solo raids. But yeah, I really wonder how they're going to deal with this for Brel, where it's like one person on the inside, one person on the outside. A lot of these raids are designed like in a way where you need it. Some, well, not a lot of them, a good number of them are designed to like be like this, where you need to have one person in one place, one person in another place, and like communicate with each other. So I wonder how they're going to do that and teach people how to do the raid itself in those spots. But I overall think that this is like really interesting, and I'm actually happy that they did this to where like it's basically, from what I can tell, kind of like the actual raid and not like a dumbed down version of the raid or like an abridged version of the raid where it's like doesn't like it's like easier slash like soloable or like solo like mechanics, where as in this situation when there are places where you need everybody, they kind of drop like little statues slash bots for you to do, and it'll help you out to do it. So that's really cool. We still don't know a couple things though, right? We still don't know, like I was saying earlier, sidereals. So I really hope that they do teach you how to do sidereals, because that's something, an area of anxiety for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to lead parties because they don't know how to do sidereals and never learned. So if they teach you how to do sidereals, that would be really interesting and awesome. And the other thing is like, what is the DPS check on these? I would assume the DPS check is not that rough and might even be normalized, maybe? We'll see. But I wonder what the DPS checks will be for this. I really think and probably maybe hope. I don't know if I hope. Like, I do hope that players will be able to learn how to DPS better through this, but I'm not confident. But yeah, if the DPS check is too high, it might be too hard for players. The DPS check is too low, it might just make players really bad at the game. And like when they actually get in a place where they need to do group content, like that's gonna be tough for them. So this again, there's still some unknowns here, and there's still stuff that I really hope that they nail correctly. Um, when it comes to solo raid execution, but so far I am liking what I see and really think that the direction that they're choosing right now is a good one. So hopefully we get more. I mean, we will get more information soon in literally like 3 days, 2 days by the time this video comes out. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. One thing I want to mention is that I am changing up my stream schedule. So by the time that this video goes up, I will probably be streaming very, very soon. Normally, I upload these videos. You know what? I'm just going to upload this video at the time that I'm streaming. So right now, if you are watching this video, I am probably streaming if you are catching me within the first couple hours of this video coming out. So come twitch.tv/misoxshiro, watch me. I'm streaming a new schedule, 1 p.m. PST to 7 p.m. PST on weekdays. Weekends will be back to the old schedule, probably starting maybe around 9 p.m. PST to 3 a.m., something like that. But new streaming schedule, come watch me if you guys have never been able to catch my streams before. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please remember, hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and I will see y'all on the next video. All right, guys, peace out.